Starry night, the moon is bright, we'll sing a happy song. WowoSpot!
It has been really exciting for me to come back to WowoSpot Kids podcast to share with you anything that is educational, including literature and music, especially with children globally all over the world. I hope to share my world with you in terms of children's story, in terms of music, in terms of kids songs, and kids learning piano that I know about with you, with the parents. Today we're gonna continue to recite the story Alice in Wonderland. We're almost going to be at the end of this story. Sit tight. Let's go. Harold, read the accusation, said the king. On this, White Rabbit blew 3 blasts on the trumpet, and then unrolled the parchment scroll and read as follows. The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts, all on a summer day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole those tarts and took them quite away. Consider your verdict, the king said to the jury. Not yet, not yet, the rabbit hastily interrupted. There is a great deal to come before that. Call the first witness, said the king, and the White Rabbit blew 3 blasts on the trumpet and called out, First witness. The first witness was the Hatter. He came in with a teacup in one hand and a piece of bread and butter in the other. I beg pardon, your majesty, he began, for bringing these in, but I hadn't quite finished my tea when I was sent for. You ought to have finished, said the king. When did you begin? The Hatter looked at the March Hare, who had followed him into the court, arm in arm with the Dormouse. 14th of March, I think it was, he said. 15th, said the March Hare. 16th, said the Dormouse. Write that down, the king said to the jury. And the jury eagerly wrote down all 3 dates on their slates, and then added them up and reduced the answer to shillings and pence. Take off your hat, king said to the Hatter. It isn't mine, said the Hatter. Stolen, the king exclaimed, turning to the jury, who instantly made a memorandum of the fact. I keep them to sell, the Hatter added as an explanation. I've none of my own. I'm a Hatter. Here the queen put on her spectacles and began staring hard at the Hatter, who turned pale and fidgeted. Give your evidence, said the king, and don't be nervous. This did not seem to encourage the witness at all. He kept shifting from one foot to the other, looking uneasily at the queen. In his confusion, he bit a large piece out of his teacup instead of the bread and butter. Just at this moment, Alice felt a very curious sensation, which puzzled her a good deal until she made out what it was. She was beginning to grow larger again, and she thought at first she would get up and leave the court, but on the second thought, she decided to remain where she was as long as there was room for her. I wish you wouldn't squeeze so, said the Dormouse, who was sitting next to her. I can hardly breathe. I can't help it, said Alice very meekly. I am growing. You've no right to grow here, said the Dormouse. Don't talk nonsense, said Alice more boldly. You know you're growing too. Okay, so now we know that Alice is growing large again. Oh my God, what is going to happen after? So we know that in this chapter, what we're seeing is a trial by the king and the queen and the White Rabbit. It's all about the tarts. Tarts were stolen. The verdict is trying to find out who stole them. We really want to know what happened to Alice. Wow, she was growing big. What is she gonna do? And then I think at some point she will find that she cannot move. But we're gonna see what happens in our next episode. So see you next time very soon.
Starry night, the moon is bright, we'll sing a happy song. WowoSpot!